Hey, John here with Real Hard Reviews. Hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Hope you've already seen a couple of our videos today, commented on them, liked, subscribed, you know the whole deal. Before I get into the review itself, make sure to hit up our forums, that's forums.realhardreviews.com, and join up and comment, and just any comment anywhere on there, as long as it's not spam, you're instantly entered into our monthly giveaways. This month it is an NVMe SSD. With that, let's look at today's review. Today's review is the microphone you are hearing right now. It is the Comica CVM-V30 LITE. The V30 LITE Cardioid Condenser microphone, Cardioid Condenser LITE microphone, does not have any internal batteries or anything like that. It is using the power of the device you are listening to right now to power this quite fine microphone. It comes in at $39.99 USD or $50 CAD. Other prices may vary wherever you go. Please check out the affiliate link in the description below. It is a decent microphone for its price. It works with both DSLR cameras or cameras that have 3.5mm inputs and any smart device. I tested this with both Android and iPhone and it seems to work perfectly fine. You just have to flick the switch on the back to change it to smartphone or to DSLR, whatever one you were using at the time, and you are off to the races. It is low self-noise as it does not have internal batteries or anything like that, so it's not going to be picking up much interference from that. Again, it is super anti-interference, so it should not pick up a lot, but I have some caveats here I'll get to in a second. It's Super-Cardioid. It's going to pick up a person in front of you or around the front section of it, so if you are interviewing somebody walking around, you should be able to pick up your subject quite well, and it has excellent shock absorbing. So that's the first thing I'm going to jump into. With the design of the V30 LITE, it has a nice plastic rubberized holder that's holding the microphone in place when you mount it up to your camera or whatever you're mounting it to, a gimbal. So unlike Rode mics, which have those elastic bands on them, you don't have to worry about anything breaking or failing on this because it's a quite solid mount. For the cost it is, the mount is quite nice. It is very, very lightweight. So be aware that it feels like you're holding nothing at all because, again, there's no batteries or anything like that with it. It does not sound too bad. It sounds like a $100 or less microphone. As you can hear right now, it does not sound terrible. It does click up random basses that sound like, I've noticed in quite a few of my recordings I could hear it sounded like a quick bass of a step, but there's nobody walking. Or where I have a quick bit of more echo than normal. And this echo is unexplained at my point, but is very easy to edit out in post. If you're just getting into camera editing, audio editing, this can be a little frustrating, but it is easy to work with and easy to resolve. And at that price, a quick YouTube video for free is going to fix your problem if you're using anything like Adobe Audition or Premiere or any of the free software out there, Audacity or anything like that. You're going to be able to quickly edit out any of the weird audio glitches. Just make sure to do that 5 to 10 seconds of post, just the silence, so you can actually hear what it sounds like and cut out that room noise. So with that, I'm going to stop talking for a couple seconds here. You're just going to hear what the microphone sounds like with a small ambient noise of the fans of my computer going. So with that, hopefully I'm not too loud all of a sudden after that moment of silence. We can hear it does pick up a little bit of noise here and there, and it does have a bit of background fuzz. The static is pretty similar to any other microphone you're going to get in the sub $150 range. It does work quite well, and I'm using this on an A6500 Sony camera, and I don't have a lot of complaints in that part. The price of the microphone, it is good quality for the price. It does get my Real Deal award. It is a very good value, but it also gets a second award for me, and that's the Innovation Award, because it works so well with two devices, with your DSLR, your cameras, and your smart devices, your smartphones, your tablets, anything like that. Which, let's switch over to that right now, and I'll just finish this review on my smartphone. Now switching over to our Galaxy S8 here, the audio quality is not half bad. I actually did find on Android devices and iOS devices the sound seemed to be a little better. There's less randomized thumps, and I think that's just because of, I know it says low interference, but there is probably interference coming from the camera itself. With that, what do we get with the Comica CVM-V30 LITE, super long name, we get ourselves a user manual. You get the microphone itself. The user manual tells you that you have 1-year warranty, how to plug it in to any of your devices, whether you're going into a camera, how to switch to the mode you require, or going to a high-end phone or any Android device or iOS device. And I prefer to use these with a gimbal. If I had one, it would be very nice. Most gimbals you can use for a smartphone now, if you're a vlogger, you're looking at like $99 to $199, so something quite reasonable. It comes with a thank you for your purchase and a quick support email address, which is really nice to have. They are very supportive and out there to help you. The sales team and the support team are absolutely great at Comica. I really do appreciate them reaching out to us to work with them. And it also comes with a warranty card in English and I believe Chinese. I can't read that, so I'm just assuming. But it does come with a 12-month free repair or full fault swap, which is nice to have. So you fill out your little warranty card, you send it away, or you email them at their support and you register your device and you're good to go. So what do I think of the V30? The V30 is a decent microphone for its price point. It is not going to change the world. It is not going to be the mic I have to use every day, but it is a good quality microphone. It is low cost, $39.99 USD. Affiliate link in the description below, of course. And it's well packaged. It was well sealed. No fear of it being damaged or destroyed in shipping. It looks nice. It looks quite professional. It looks like a lower end or lower cost Rode microphone. It, in all reality, is a decent microphone for any user looking for something that's not going to break the bank and just going to get them recording. I do still think this is a great microphone for people wanting to have a setup for their kids that's not too expensive. They give them their old T3i or T3 Canon camera and buy them a mic like this, and they can start up a YouTube channel. They can start recording. They can learn the basics of video editing. And they're not going to break the bank. And if they drop it, break it, or do something to damage it, you're not so worried as you spent $400 on a new microphone or something. This will also get them into knowing how to edit and post. Again, this video, because it is a mic review, will have no post editing. Just the sound only, because I do not like any review that has any edits to a mic when they were reviewing a mic. People want to know how it's going to sound on Discord, how it's going to sound when you use it, how it's going to sound when you're a newbie just recording a video. Not how it's going to sound when a professional editing team has gone through it. So this is how it sounds out of the box. Do I recommend the Comica V30 LITE? 100%. It's a great microphone for anybody looking for a low-cost microphone. If you're getting to the higher end, it may be something to pass by, but for the lower cost, it is a decent microphone. And the fact that you can use it with your smartphone for vloggers or with your DSLR, again, for vloggers or anybody else who wants to do any high-end video recording or anything else like that, it is absolutely great. If you're a teacher watching this and you run a video department or anything like that, seriously consider this microphone with something like this and a lav mic, a low-cost lav mic. That way you can show your kids how to use multiple audio sources without breaking the bank and to clean up any weird interference and things like that during all recordings. With that, again, we're giving this our Real Deal Award as well as our Innovation Award for just being such a low price and working with devices so fluidly with just having a switch on the back of it. I'm John with Real Hard Reviews. Again, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little bell because we have to do 10 steps now to get anybody to see any of our videos. And hit up our forums. Please comment on the forums for your chance to win this month a NVMe SSD, and every month it changes, but all it takes is a comment a month. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Hello, in this video I will be unboxing and testing the audio of the Comica CVM-V30 LITE Super-Cardioid microphone and comparing it to the audio of the Galaxy Note 9 phone. So the Comica microphone uses a Super-Cardioid polar pattern for picking up sounds, a little from the rear and rejecting off-axis sounds coming from the sides. You can use it on your smartphone, the camera, or computer for better audio quality. and it is lightweight, weighing only 52 grams, and it has a mode to switch from a smartphone and a DSLR camera. The foam covering helps reduce the volume of sharp noises like the sound of wind. The foam covering essentially absorbs the sound of air moving across the microphone for a cleaner audio capture. The shock mount also reduces noise vibrations, and this this microphone, supports devices with a 3.5 standard audio jack. It has a frequency range of 40 Hz to 20 Hz, has a maximum sound pressure level of a tad bit less than 100 decibels. Note that sounds that are higher than 100 decibels would cause the sound capture to be distorted. However, you have to also consider that sounds higher than 100 decibels also causes hearing loss. The Comica is a budget microphone that has roughly a similar quality to the Rode microphone. The difference is that the Rode microphone costs more than $200, and the Comica costs only about $40 as of right now, and you get diminishing returns for the amount of money you pay for a higher quality at a point where people can barely tell the difference between the two microphones when it comes to what they hear. And also, according to the Amazon reviews, you may need to use a preamp when connecting a DSLR camera to this microphone to avoid overexposing the background noise. Otherwise, the audio quality is actually strongly dependent on your DSLR camera's built-in preamp if you don't use a preamp extension. So, considering the preamp variability of this cardioid microphone, it perhaps yields consistently higher audio quality with flagship smartphones with better built-in preamps. This shotgun mic uses a 3.5mm audio cable, so make sure that your DSLR camera can fit in it. Otherwise, you'll need an adapter, but for smartphones, it'll fit just fine. And it doesn't require external batteries. And once again, if you use this microphone with a DSLR camera and if you notice hissing or a white noise, then it's actually the fault of the DSLR camera. You need to use a preamp attachment. Now you get this audio output and put it in your audio jack, your headphone jack of the phone, like so. The next thing you do is make sure it's set to the correct setting. There is one for setting it up for your phone, so go ahead and do that. See, this is what you want, and then you can go ahead and record your video recording. By the way, I'm right now recording with my Note 9, and so you can listen to what the Note 9's audio is like. I'm gonna go ahead and switch my Note 9 phone from where it is right now, where it's mounted to this handheld mount. And I will give you a taste of how the difference between using the Note 9 audio to the Comica microphone audio. Right now I'm not using the Comica shotgun mic. Not shotgun actually, it's a super, I think it's called Super-Cardioid mic. Yeah, Super-Cardioid. And you can see that this is the, the audio input over here. And right now you're listening to the audio of the Note 9. As you should remember, there is a switch in the back which controls whether it's on a DSLR camera or the smartphone. So to switch to the smartphone, you can go ahead and plug it into the smartphone right now. And let's see. Does that sound any different? Let's see yeah, there you go. Does that sound any different? I plugged it in as far as I could with the case that I have right now. And hopefully you can tell that the audio has substantially changed. There is a bit of an echo since I'm in the bathroom. I'll show you how the rig looks like, but yeah, this is how it sounds with the Comica external mic. So right now I'm recording with my Note 9. I don't have the shotgun mic plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in once I'm outside, and so you can get a taste of how the Comica microphone sounds. And of course, I'm using the Comica Video Grip handheld rig. So right now I do not have the Comica V30 LITE Super-Cardioid mic plugged in. Right now what you're listening to is the Note 9 audio, and it sounds pretty good if you ask me. Well, I'll be able to tell once I look at the video, but I bet it sounds pretty good. I'll go ahead and in fact I'll go ahead and plug in the Comica V30 LITE cardioid microphone right now, and you should be able to tell the difference between the Note 9 audio quality and the Comica V30 external mic. And so I bet right now you can see there's quite a bit of a difference between the audio quality. And let me just say, the quality of this smartphone in terms of taking video pictures or video clips or pictures in general, actually photos in general, is pretty good. The camera is very, very crisp in capturing the details, the small details, especially for like macro shots, for something like up close like this. See? So right now I'm using my Note 9 front-facing camera to shoot the video, and right now I'm also connected to the Comica microphone. And the reason why I'm recording this video clip right now is to help you compare how sounds coming to the front of the microphone sound like. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn the microphone around, and I'm going to keep talking, and I hope you notice a difference in the capturing of the sound for the microphone. It mostly captures sound from the front, but it does not capture much sound from behind, and it captures even less sound from the sides. Okay? And for that reason, you'll notice that there's a difference in the loudness of my voice from different angles of where the microphone is pointing. So this microphone is specifically good for if you want to capture sound in a specific direction, from the front direction, but you want to reject sounds coming from the sides of the microphone. And yeah, that's why it sounds actually a bit more muted than the normal Note 9 sound audio quality that it captures. Although the Note 9 audio quality actually sounds fairly quite nice. This microphone still has a specific purpose which it can excel in compared to the Note 9, which is blocking out the sounds from the side and mostly capturing audio from the front. That's the purpose of a Super-Cardioid microphone. So, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'd appreciate if you like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye!
There, give you the model, and it's the light version. And then also you see where it has this is for camera right here, and this is for the smartphone. So this would be camcorder, and this is for smartphone settings over here. So whatever one you're using, you would just switch it to that side. Comica branding on the windshield. You got 1/4 threaded a hole at the bottom of your cold shoe mount. You have a shock absorbent structure right here. See, this is removable, and this is what your microphone looks like. No batteries required. It runs off the power of the device that you plug it into. It has a shock resistant structure, which is the red right here. This is for shock absorbent. Super-Cardioid polar pattern. So that's just the way that it records. It records in a certain pattern. I'll put a little diagram up so you can try to get a better understanding of it if you don't know what that means. It kind of looks like a Rode Video mic Go. So hopefully it has that same quality and we're gonna check it out real quick, and we're gonna see what it's about. Hey, so we're about to do our audio test right now. And what I'm going to do is, from this little booklet that they send you, I'm just going to read you what they have on this one, and then I'll read it with the microphone attached, which it is attached right now. So what you're hearing is the actual audio from the microphone, and then I'll do it with the microphone detached, and it'll be from straight camera audio. So then we'll be able to compare the two, and you can figure out which one that you actually like better. So here we go. I'm going to read this card. Dear sirs, madams, thank you for your purchase. We are always pursuing to give you a perfect shopping experience. If you have any concerns about our products or service, please do not hesitate to contact us via Amazon_support at Comica-audio.com for solutions. We will do our best to help you out. Looking forward to serving you again in the future. Alright, so that's the audio from the microphone. The Comica microphone is plugged in right now. So I'm going to unplug the microphone, and then I'm going to read this again with just my camera and see what audio actually sounds better. Let's go. So now I'm going to read this card with the microphone unplugged, and this is going to be the audio from my camera. Dear sirs, madams, thank you for your purchase. We are always pursuing to give you a perfect shopping experience. If you have any concerns about our products or service, please do not hesitate to contact us via Amazon_support at Comica-audio.com for solutions. We will do our best to help you out. Looking forward to serving you again in the future. So this is the audio from my camcorder. This is the audio that I use all the time because I don't use an external microphone. So this is the audio that you hear all the time when you hear my videos. So now we're going to compare these audios, and you can decide which one you think sound better, and then I'll give you my decision which one I think sound better. So let's go. Okay, so after listening to the audio from the Comica microphone and listening to my audio from my camcorder, I would have to say that the Comica sounds a little louder, like the vocals are a little louder, but I think my camcorder microphone sounds a little more crisp. But I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It's not like something that's like blown, like one blows the other out the water, or one is like super better than the other one. But I would have to give I might even call it a draw, because like I kind of like what the Comica brings with the loudness, and I just don't think it's as crisp. But then I'm like, the camcorder audio gives you more just crisp sounds, but I think that the Comica picks up a lot better. It might pick up noises that you might not even want it to pick up. So, you know, that could be a plus and a negative. But just from this little audio test that I did, like I said, I didn't go into nothing extravagant. I didn't go and test it all over the place and see how it picks up this audio or this audio. Because, I mean, for the money that you're paying for it, it's not going to make that big a difference in your audio selection. So if I had, you know, $200-300 microphone or something even more expensive and stuff like that, then it would probably make a difference. But for this microphone, this could be something just for entry level people who, you know, have a cell phone and you don't even have really good audio or something, or you just got a little camcorder and the audio is really not that good, then I could probably suggest you grabbing one of these and it being actually good for your recording and for your videos. But for the people who got a couple of dollars and, you know, got a decent budget to spend, then I would probably try to get something a little more pricey, when it has a couple more features. You know what I mean? The fact that this cord doesn't detach was kind of a issue for me. I would rather it detach, and but like I would probably go with the Video Rode mic, because I've tested that before, and the Video Rode mic is just excellent. So if I had to compare one or the other, I'd definitely go that way. But those who are on a tighter budget, grab this Comica microphone, and it will support your needs for the time being. But long term, you know what I mean, put some money together and get you a Video Rode mic, and you'll probably be a little better off. But like I said, this is not a bad budget microphone for the price. But it's Theo, aka Bonds, Urban Tech Reviews. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that easily by clicking on the little Android guy in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, then all you got to do, go into the description, Click on every one of them links and follow me on every one of my social media sites. And we out.
Hey guys, it's Georgia, and in this video, I'm going to test and review the Comica CVM-V30 LITE shotgun mic. That rhymed. Cool. So Comica sent this to me and asked me to do a review on it. I think it's the newest one they've dropped, and you can find it on Amazon for $39.99. Full disclaimer, I'm not getting paid to say this. You're going to get my honest opinion on whether or not this is a good quality microphone, despite the cheap price tag. I'm always telling you guys to look out for affordable gear, so let's put it to the test. And to do that, we're going to compare it with my Rode VideoMic Pro. So these are the microphones side by side, and let's see how they stack up. First is the price point. The Rode VideoMic Pro costs $230 brand new, while the Comica costs $40. So in terms of price, the Comica wins this round. Now if you look on the back, the Rode has more setting options than the Comica. You can control the high and low pass filter and increase the recording levels by 20 decibels. The only settings on the Comica are whether or not you're recording into the camera or your smartphone. So I'd have to say the Rode wins this round in terms of having more setting control. The Rode runs on a 9-volt battery, while the Comica runs on no battery and is powered by the camera. I'll give a half point to the Comica because it means you don't have to worry about forgetting to turn on the mic before recording. However, the fact that the Rode runs on a battery kind of explains why you get those extra setting options versus the other one. Both have a hot shoe and are attached to a shock mount so they can sit on top of my DSLR. Those are the basics of the mics at first glance. The real question comes down to audio quality. Okay, what you're hearing now is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged directly into my camera. The settings on the microphone are plus 20 decibels and the high pass filter turned on. The camera recording settings are dropped to about 2, and that's to keep all the noise out. What else did I want to say? Oh, I'm about 3 feet, 2.5 feet away from the microphone. So let's, I'll throw a couple lines at you and you can hear how it sounds. Hey guys, it's Georgia. What you're hearing now is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged into my camera, and now we're going to compare it to the V30 LITE Comica mic. Okay, so what you're hearing now is the Comica plugged directly into my camera. The only settings I've put on the microphone are to switch it to record to camera instead of smartphone. And my camera settings are still the same. The recording levels, I haven't increased them. So I don't know what to expect. I think the audio is going to be quiet, so I'll have to boost it in post, which I'm actually going to show you guys a cool little trick I learned, especially for your audio. I'm in Premiere Pro right now because I want to go over some audio tricks I recently learned. What I used to do with the audio for my Rode, especially when making my vlogs, was increase the volume level to 3. However, a friend of mine showed me a much better trick, which is that you want to right-click on your clip, select audio gain, and then go to normalize all peaks to, type in -1. And then you'll see how your wavelengths increase while your volume level is still at 0. Hey guys, it's Georgia. What you're hearing now is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged into my camera, and now we're going to compare it to the V30 LITE Comica mic. Hey guys, it's Georgia. What you're hearing now is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged into my camera, and now we're going to compare it to the V30 LITE Comica mic. Hey guys, it's Georgia, and in this video I am testing out the Comica with my camera to see how good it's going to be. Alright. Hey guys, it's Georgia, and in this video I am testing out the Comica with my camera to see how good it's going to be. Alright guys, so I'm out, I've got my phone, and what I'm going to do next is plug the Comica directly into it to see how the audio turns out compared to the phone's regular microphone as well as my DSLR's. So we'll do that. So you're hearing the Comica plugged into my phone right now. It's much closer to me than it was on my camera, like less than half a foot away. And I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Hopefully like a little bit louder than it was initially. So not only is it plugged into my phone, I'm sitting outside so you guys can hear how it sounds in this kind of situation. So my one downside is that it doesn't have some kind of clip to put on your phone. But if you have one of those cases that you can put, your iPhone in that comes with a hot shoe mount, then it's no problem. I don't, because I've never really used my phone to film stuff. So I'm holding this with 2 hands right now. What else do I want to say? Aside from that, I'm outside. There's not really any wind, so that's good. But there are a lot of cars and bikes, so maybe you're picking that up. Otherwise, I'm on the step of some church. And just chilling today, Sunday. For my final test, I have the Comica plugged into my Zoom H1 right now, and it's still on the same settings as it was with my camera, about 3 feet away, and so forth. So I will do one last playthrough between all the different audios, and you can hear what they sound like. From what I've heard so far, I don't like the way this microphone sounds plugged into my DSLR directly. That noise underneath it just sounded terrible, so I wasn't really happy about that. Plugged into my phone, it sounded pretty okay, and granted it was much closer to me, but I think, yeah, plugged into your phone, it's a pretty decent sounding mic. So I'm not sure how it's going to sound with the Zoom H1, so when you hear it back, you can really make your final decision on it. And the audio will be adjusted for all of them with the trick I showed you in Premiere Pro. Alright. Hey guys, it's Georgia, and in this video I am testing out the Comica with my camera to see how good it's going to be. So you're hearing the Comica plugged into my phone right now. It's much closer to me than it was on my camera, like less than half a foot away. And I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Hopefully like a little bit louder than it was initially. Okay guys, so my final test right now is that I have the Comica plugged into my Zoom H1, and then I'll do a final run through of the different audios, all adjusted in post. So my final verdict is I would still go with the Rode. They are going to be more expensive, but there are some other Rode brands like the Micro, the Go, or the Pro that I think just sound better than this one. So I would go with those. But again, if you're on a tight budget, I would definitely recommend using this mic with your cell phone but not so much with the camera itself. So maybe, oh, by the way, you probably noticed those little animations in the corner. That's just something I'm kind of experimenting with right now. Those were done by Mei Han, who's an animator I met, and she's really, really good. I'll put a link to her Instagram and her website in the description. If you need any animation work done, I definitely recommend her. It was super easy working with her, and I'm happy with all of these. So if you like the animations, I'll definitely try to find places to put them in more and more throughout the videos. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this information on the Comica helped you out a little bit, and I will see you in the next video.
This week we're doing, wait for it, another microphone review. Let's take a look. What's up guys, Jay Lippman here. Welcome to yet another video. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn about things like video editing, camera gear, and life as a full-time creator, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Today we're taking a look at the CVM-V30 by Comica. This is a shotgun mic for your DSLR. It runs about 40 bucks on Amazon, so this thing could be a really good budget option if you can't afford something more expensive like, you know, the Rode Video Micro, which is about 65 bucks. Now on paper, this thing sounds like a beast. It claims a Super-Cardioid polar pattern, which means you're going to be able to pick up really well from the front, but not so much from the side or from the back. They're also claiming excellent shock absorption, anti-interference, a low self-noise, and something that some of you cell phone shooters might be excited about. You can actually switch this thing between camera mode and smartphone mode. Yeah, this thing works on your cell phone. At first glance, this thing looks like it's pretty good quality for 40 bucks. It has what looks to be a pretty decent shock mount. It's got the foam cover, which is gonna help with your P's and your S's. It does feel a little bit plasticky. I mean, well, it is a little bit plasticky. It's actually very plasticky. This whole thing, this whole microphone is plastic, which, you know, for 40 bucks, you can't really blame them for not going with a metal microphone. The only complaint I have right off the bat is the fact that the cord on the back is not replaceable, which means if this cord gets damaged, which tends to happen with DSLR microphones, you would have to buy a whole new microphone instead of just being able to pop out the cord and put a new one in. Now, I can see why they did this, maybe because you can switch between camera and smartphone mode. I would guess that the wiring configuration necessary is the reason why they can't have a replaceable cord. But if I had my choice, I would always go with a microphone that has a replaceable cord. Now we're going to test this thing in two different environments. The first environment is going to be right here sitting in my studio, which is a semi-controlled environment, and we're going to be pitting it against my Toner BM700, which has become my go-to studio mic, and also my Rode Video Micro. We're then going to go outside to the back porch and we're going to do a little outdoor testing between this and the Rode Video Micro and the onboard microphone on the DSLR. One thing that I'm interested to hear is how well this thing does against wind noise. There is no windscreen. There's no dead cat that comes with this thing, so hopefully this does pretty well. Otherwise, you're gonna have to invest a little bit more money in a dead cat in order to actually use this thing for vlogging. Now, all of the test sound that you're about to hear is completely unedited as far as compression and EQ and normalization and all that. The only thing I've done is tweak the preamp in my DSLR to make sure that the microphones were peaking between -6 and -12 dB. And with that, let's take a listen. This is the unedited sound from the Toner BM700. This is the sound completely unedited from the Rode Video Micro. And this is the unedited sound from the Comica CVM-V30. Now, right out of the gate, I actually like this sound from the Comica CVM-V30 in an indoor environment. I think I may actually like it better than the out-of-the-box sound from the Toner BM700. Not saying that the Toner is bad, but this thing had very little noise. It had a decent sound right out of the box. It should be super easy to edit in post. This
really isn't bad. But considering that this is a shotgun mic that's supposed to go on top of your DSLR, my question is it any good for vlogging? And I do a lot of vlogging outdoors, so we're gonna head outside and take a look and see what this sounds like. This is the sound directly from the DSLR. There's no microphone on it, and it's completely unedited. This is the sound completely unedited from the Rode Video Micro. And this is the sound completely unedited from the Comica CVM-V30. And one last test I want to do while I'm out here is a test of that Super-Cardioid polar pattern. You should be able to hear me great here, but nothing coming from the other side of the mic and very little coming from the sides. Let's test that out. I'm just going to rotate the camera while I'm talking, and you should be able to hear the fluctuation of my voice. So I'm talking, we're rotating the camera, I'm talking, and now I'm directly behind the camera, I'm talking, and this you shouldn't be hearing much, but it should be getting louder, and now I should be back to normal. All right, I'm gonna go inside, take a listen, and give you my final thoughts on the Comica CVM-V30. So I just listened to all of these microphones put together, and I mean, we can just disregard the internal microphone on the DSLR. That's just never a good idea unless you can't avoid it. Like if you're using a point and shoot and it doesn't have a place to put an external microphone, you should always use an external microphone where possible. Between the Rode and the Comica, I still like the Rode better. It's a better microphone, it's a better quality, it's a better sound right out of the box. It's something that I'm used to. But the Comica CVM-V30 isn't bad. It's not bad at all. It's actually, dare I say it, a good microphone for 40 bucks. I actually really like it. So would I make this my go-to microphone? Probably not, but would I keep it as a backup just in case something goes wrong with the Rode, or maybe throw it in my camera bag just in case somebody shows up to a shoot and doesn't have a microphone of their own? Absolutely. If you're just starting out and you're working on a super tight budget and you need a microphone for your DSLR, I would 100% recommend the Comica CVM-V30. Now, I reached out to Comica to find out if they had a dead cat for this, otherwise known as a wind muff, and they do. It's the CVM-MF2. It's about 14 bucks, so I will link that below in the description, as well as a link to this microphone. So if you're new to vlogging, if you are working on a budget and you need a microphone for your DSLR or for your cell phone, I 100% recommend the Comica CVM-V30. I mean, they're not paying me to say this. They did give me this microphone for free, but this thing, it's good. It's good. I mean, you heard it for yourself. That was completely unedited, so with just a little bit of tweaking, this thing can sound really good. Alright guys, like this video if you enjoyed it, share it if you think your friends will enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't done so already. I'll be back Monday with a brand new video, but until then, thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Please use headphones to watch this video. Hey guys, Sergio here with Tech Over Clock, and in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and review, or actually sound test, the CVM-V30 LITE. This right here, it's a shotgun microphone, and well, you know what shotgun microphones are supposed to do. They're supposed to improve your audio quality when you are making YouTube content, or if you are a blogger. So this is going to be a fast review. We're going to keep it simple and easy. This shotgun microphone doesn't hold any battery like a AA or AAA battery. What it does is just, it goes straight into your DSLR and it goes straight into your phone. So in fact, you have been listening to the microphone audio right now. And the way that I have it hooked up is, I got the microphone going into my H4n audio recorder, since it does have a pre-built, amp and everything. This one takes AA batteries, it takes 2. So the preamps, it's very good, less noise. This microphone doesn't provide any pre-built amp. So what it means is that you have to boost up or turn up the audio of your DSLR camera, and we all know that the preamps of DSLRs, well, they are really garbage. So in order for this microphone to perform the way that it's performing right now, like I said at the beginning, you have to hook up the microphone to a preamp. So this microphone, the audio quality, I think is awesome. I think it's great, but it does need help. It needs an amplifier for the microphone in order to work. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to unplug the microphone from the recorder and I'm going to hook it up straight to the DSLR, and you're going to listen to the difference. I'm going to have to also boost up the volume on the DSLR as I said previously. Here we go. Okay, so now you are listening to the audio coming in directly from the mic straight into the DSLR. And what is happening now? Well, I'm going to give it a few seconds of silence and I want you to hear the difference. Please use headphones to watch this video. Well, I think that you heard enough, but I do have to say one thing about this microphone. It does have a pattern to pick up the sound in front of the camera like it is right now. I am literally standing the microphone is 4 feet and 8 inches from that to my mouth. That was a little awkward. The volume of the camera is at 10 right now. The max that this DSLR goes is 12. I kept it on 10. I didn't want to boost it up max. But it does have a lot of that white noise is what it's called, or hiss, whatever you call it. It does have a lot of it and it's very inconvenient. But overall, I think it does have pretty good sound quality like that. So what I'm mostly going to be using this microphone is to do stand-up reviews like this. Alright guys, so if you're thinking of getting this microphone, have 3 things in consideration. You need to have a pre-built or actually an amplifier for it, and it's a good product. It sounds pretty damn good if you ask me. One of the cons is that it, well, maybe this links to number 1 complaint. It doesn't have any type of source of power, delivering, amplifying the audio into your DSLR. So that it's probably a con, but it doesn't take away any points. Alright, so this is audio coming from the iPhone. I was able to connect the shotgun mic into the iPhone 7 with the audio adapter that Apple provides. So I am sitting probably around the same distance as I was before. I hope that you can actually hear that clear. But if you were blogging, you're probably at this distance. So I am doing a blogger type of audio right now. I want to see how it sounds. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute or a few seconds actually. And so it does work with the iPhone 7, probably the iPhone 8, probably the iPhone X, but you will need the audio adapter, and it works perfectly fine. I can hear the audio levels right now, and you know what? I am really pleased. Magic. Well, now what you're listening to is the built-in microphone of the Nikon D5300. Now listen to the difference. I mean, the background noise, it's terrible, right? I mean, there's nothing on in my studio here. There's nothing running, and I have studio lighting, so it's not, those lights that make noise or interference. What you're listening to, it's the built-in microphone, and well, it's terrible. Okay, so now we are back from the shotgun mic to the H4n and then into the DSLR, and I turned down the DSLR volume back to level 2, and well, we can hear the difference in quality big difference, and this microphone puts up a good fight, puts up a good quality of sound. But like I said, the con of it is that it doesn't have any pre-built amplifier. But overall, going back and listening to the recordings and everything, I think that it sounds freaking amazing. Alright guys, this was your host, Sergio with Takeover Clock. Stay tuned. I love you so much. Stay tuned. Did I say stay tuned already? What? Stay alert for next videos, okay? Jesus Christ.
30 LITE. Okay, Comica plugged in. This is the Comica CVM-V30 LITE. So now everything you're hearing and listening to now is with the microphone plugged into my Note 8, and again, you be the judge to see what this sounds like and if you like it or not. So I like the idea that there's a switch and it's a multiple use microphone for both a camera and your cell phone. Only thing I would say I'm not too thrilled about is that the plug is not detachable, which is okay because it's a fairly cheap microphone, and if I'm going to keep this in my backpack and still have my other microphones available for me with my camera, then I wouldn't mind just having this as a backup, or just my full one to always keep on my me with a backpack, because I usually have a backpack with some kind of gear and equipment. So good microphone. Again, you be the judge, because audio is very subjective. Not everyone has the same type of hearing. So everything we've heard for now, I'll just put in, at the end of this, you'll probably see, in between, as the microphone changes, I will list it with the text on there, so you know what the audio you're listening to. And I'm not going to make any changes. I didn't make any changes to the inside of my body of the camera or my Note. It's all the same. I didn't make changes when I switched over to the microphone. Alright, thank you guys for watching.
How's it going, everyone? It's Michael LaPont, and I am back, and I finally got a new shotgun microphone. It's been a long time, and I've been rocking this one for so long now. I have it all duct taped, and it's it's kind of sad and pathetic right now. And yeah, but sometimes you need a shotgun microphone, like a lot of the time, because it makes life easy sometimes. And yeah, I need a replacement. Well, thanks to Comica, I now have a replacement shotgun microphone. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So as I said, that this one comes from Comica. And what makes this one interesting? Well, it hovers around the $30 price range, and it supports both phones and DSLR cameras, or cameras in general, as long as they have the 3.5 jack. It has a little shock mount that is somewhat reminiscent of another shotgun mic company that I know. And because of that, it says it has low self-noise, which means that if you bump into the camera and blow into the microphone and stuff like that, it's not really going to do much, which is nice, which is useful, because most microphones that are built into the cameras kind of, as soon as you touch the camera, it makes this rattling sound, this scraping sound, and it's very undesirable. So having a shock mount and having the microphone lifted above the rest of the camera makes it, yeah, it makes it a lot better, as you can imagine. Well, what are the frequency ranges? The frequency range is 40 Hz to 2 kilohertz. Max SPL is 100 decibels. The sensitivity is minus 34 decibels to plus 3 decibels. Signal to noise ratio is less than 68 decibels. The weight is 52 grams. And yeah, as you can see, it's a lot bigger than my original shotgun microphone, because it was just a little baby shotgun microphone. It was more like a little pistol microphone. I don't know. One thing I would like to highlight about this microphone is that it does not require batteries. Most shotgun microphones and most microphones in general that connect to a camera that are any good whatsoever require power. It helps boost everything. And I was skeptical when I first got this, because I saw that it did not receive power. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, having batteries on hand all the time for a microphone, or running out of batteries in the middle of a shoot, is always really annoying. So being able to go in and record audio with the camera without that is a big bonus. But I did have the question about whether or not that would work well, and since all the audio is recorded with this microphone, I think you can see that it does work, in fact, well. Now, this office I'm in isn't exactly ideal for recording audio, since I don't have my acoustic panels yet. I mean, if someone wants me to test some acoustic panels, message me. So being that it's not a great environment to record videos in, I still think the quality is good as well. Now, on the back of the microphone, there's a switch that goes between smartphones and cameras. Now, it's important that you toggle this to the appropriate setting, otherwise it will not work. But trying it on a phone, it does work, and it works really well. Although you'll probably have to get some kind of mounting system if you want to do videos with your phone, so that the little bracket can, you know, fit, because otherwise you're just gonna have it hanging, and that just looks weird. So quality-wise, I mean, it's definitely a big step up from just recording with the microphone that's in your camera, since that is gonna pick up on a whole bunch of interference with the camera, a lot of scratching, a lot of bumping, even wind. The microphone inside your camera is gonna pick up on every bit of wind, and it'll be like. But blowing into the microphone, I discovered that, you know, although you can hear a little bit of the sound of it getting blown into, it doesn't really take over all the audio. It's pretty extreme, even with me just like spitting into the microphone. It did a fairly good job, and that's the point of the pop filter. So in outdoor environments, I think it would still do very well. I still feel that being powered, it would be able to pick up a little bit more audio. The fact that it equals, it seems, to my last microphone in quality that was powered, I think it does fine as it is. And the fact that it doesn't require power is pretty nice. pretty happy about that. So as it stands for a beginner wanting more equipment for their camera bag, something that they can always rely on, I think this might be a nice addition. So those are my closing comments for the day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe for more. I get microphones like all the time. I get so many microphones. I don't know why people send microphones to me. I mean, I'm not even much of an audio guy. I just, yeah. But I do use them in these videos all the time, so, well, thank you. Alright guys, that's enough of my face for today. I'll see you guys soon.
This is a test of the Comica mic. I got two of them because my first one was defective and they sent out a replacement without issues. But this is the Panasonic HC-V770. This is the standard built-in mic. This is, or at the time when I bought it, was about an $800 camcorder. It still is rather expensive now. It has 5.1 surround sound for its built-in microphone, but it also picks up a lot of noise from the sides and stuff like that. So we're going to try and see how this Comica mic compares to it. So I'm going to plug that in and we're going to test it out. Okay, we now have the Comica mic plugged in. This is the same camera. We have it set to the camera mode instead of the cell phone mode, and we are just testing to see how it sounds sound quality wise against this Panasonic HC-V770, which, like I said, is pretty expensive camera, so hopefully the microphone should sound good. More directional, less noise from the sides, because it's meant to be more of a directional mic in theory. Alright, we are testing the Comica mic. This is going to be one of the other things we're going to test as part of this video, which is the Panasonic HC-V770. Right now we are using the Vixia HF R500, and we're using its built-in mic. This was a camcorder I bought for about $300 about 5 years back, so the mic was never particularly good in it, but we're going to be testing the Comica mic once again. And so this is just how the inbuilt microphone on the camera sounds. And now I'm going to plug in the Comica mic and we're going to see what type of difference this makes. Alright, so I just tried the Canon HF R500 with the Comica mic, and whether I set it to the camera mode or the phone mode, I end up getting no sound from the mic. That might not be the mic's fault. That might actually be the camera's fault. The camera might not have any type of built-in amplification. It might need some type of shadow power in order to power it. I don't know. It worked okay with the HC-V770, but keep that in mind. This is an unpowered microphone, which can be beneficial, or in the case of your camera not having a built-in mic amp, could mean that the mic is useless. So anyways, this is now the Galaxy S9 Plus. This is about a $800 cell phone. Pretty expensive. I'm using the front-facing camera. We all know that mics on cell phones are not particularly good most of the time. We're using the inbuilt mic right now to see how that sounds, and this is pretty much it. I'm now going to plug in the Comica mic, which once again is unpowered, so I should just be able to plug it in and work. The only thing I need to do is flip the switch on the back over to the camera mode, and it should work. So let's try it. Okay, this should be now the recording using the Comica microphone. This is on my Galaxy S9 Plus, which we know that the Galaxy S9 Plus, being a cell phone, probably doesn't have the best inbuilt microphone, so microphone should be better. But we're running into a problem that I covered with my other camera here, which doesn't have any type of mount for a microphone built onto it. Unlike this camera, which I do have this mount for it, I have to mount the microphone higher than where the camera actually is, and this microphone doesn't have any type of tilting mechanism. So I actually, as said before, I have a spare one here because the first one I got wasn't working right and they sent out a replacement. But it doesn't have any type of, tilting mechanism. It's just this piece of plastic that does whatever it's going to do. So having a ability to pivot it would be nice, but yeah. So this is what it sounds like being improperly placed above my camera. If I hold it down, this is it actually pointing directly at me. So this would be the ideal anglage. And this is what the microphone should actually sound like. Yeah, so all I had to do was set it to cell phone mode and plug it in here. We should hopefully hear less noise from surrounding environments because it's meant to be more of a directional mic instead of an omnidirectional mic. So more for you to decide whether or not it is of your quality.
I just received a new item from Comica called Comica V30 LITE on-camera shotgun microphone for vlogging, and I would like to highlight a few things about this item. First of all, this is really light, as is described in the title, and it does not require a battery to power it, so basically it's draining the power out of your camera. I think it's a huge plus. You don't need to worry about swiping batteries and things like that. Also, it has a cold shoe mount on the top already built in, and you will have a 1/4-inch screw thread on the bottom of that cold shoe, which is built entirely on a shock mount that will absorb any shocks, from shaking the camera or doing things while vlogging. The biggest advantage to this one, if you occasionally film on a cell phone, you can use this particular model on both, on your DSLR camera or your mirrorless camera, or on your cell phone. If you look carefully right here, you will see two icons. One of them will show your camera, one of them will show your phone. So, and you just click this button, switch between two, and then you'll be able to use either or. Super duper convenient for me. Also, I mentioned already, but this system is very light. And the quality is superb. What else? If you take the microphone plug, right, you will see three stripes on it. So by default it's supposed to fit your cell phone, but if you trying to work with the camera, when switching the plug, apparently it disables one of the stripes here and allows you to use your DSLR camera or my mirrorless camera. So let's try to mount this to my GH5S and check how it sounds. Do this real quick. It's as simple as just mounting that particular thing into the top cold shoe mount and plugging in here on the side, plugging into the microphone port. Alright, now I'll just switch this to make sure it's switched to camera here. Let's just see how it works. Okay, and here comes the test with a on top of the camera shotgun microphone from Comica V30, a sound test on top of my GH5S camera. It can be used on DSLR cameras as well, and the main feature, you can switch this on the back of the microphone and use this with your smartphone. Any cell phone pretty much will accept this microphone. It's a very light unit, does not require any battery. It will drain power out of your cell phone or out of your camera, and obviously it's a very good bargain for the price. I definitely recommend this one. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.
So right now, I am recording on this microphone, the CVM-V30 LITE. And it is a typical on-camera microphone, Super-Cardioid pattern. And it's no battery, so that's nice. And you can also choose between whether you want it to be a smartphone recording or an on-camera recording, which is actually kind of nice because most microphones you have to get a separate cable for that. Where this one, you just choose the dial between what you want and you use it. So that's pretty neat. And right now you can hear that this is the audio that's coming through. I'm recording on this microphone currently. And how does it sound? What do you think about it? Just gonna let you guys be the judges, and I just want to give you a demo of what it sounds like. Like I said, I've been recording this whole time on the Comica. So there's always cons with any product, and this one is no different. My biggest concern with this particular product is the audio cable. It's pretty much stuck into the microphone, and if it were ever go bad, then you'd have to replace the entire microphone. As where the Rode, it's removable and you can replace it with a different one, a longer one that be. Where this one, if you want a longer cable, you pretty much just got to get a extension, which is actually what I'm currently using to get this microphone here all the way around to my camera. But you would need that if you wanted to get it longer. You had to put actual extension versus just getting a different cable. So that's something to think about. If it ever fails, you pretty much have to buy a whole new microphone. And this is me recording without the foam windshield on, so this kind of gives you an idea of what the microphone sounds like without that foam Comica windshield, which is, like, once again, nice that they include it. Most microphones with these kind of specs usually come with some sort of a foam windshield when they're this large, but this is what it sounds like without that foam piece over the microphone. So you be the judge. Do you like it better without or with the foam? Or did it really make a big difference? Let's get out into the real outdoor settings and see what the difference is in an outdoor vlogging setting. So let's go. Alright, this is an outdoor vlogging test of the Comica. How does it sound? It's slightly windy out here. Sorry if the focus isn't really great, because I don't have an autofocus lens yet, so I did my best with the phone app. Thanks Sony for no flip out screen. But this is just a little outdoor test to see what the Comica sounds like in an outdoor vlogging setting. How does it sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. How does the audio sound outside? Let me know what you think. So overall, what did you think about the microphone? Would you buy one yourself? Did you like the demos you heard?
Greetings! Welcome to Countless Tech. Today's topic of discussion revolves around a shotgun mic known as Comica V30 LITE coupled with my DSLR. I was having compatibility issues with my smartphone. All audio is unedited. Without further ado, let's get into the video. V30 LITE is a cardioid microphone and retails for roughly $40 US, so it's affordable. Two different color options, all black or black and red. The best part is, it doesn't require external batteries, powered directly from the device at hand. Currently I'm sitting roughly 2 feet away from the mic, so you get a good indication. Microphone can be mounted in one of two ways, using cold shoe bracket or quarter thread at the bottom. Locate 3.5mm input jack labeled mic and connect the microphone. Make sure you select the correct mode, left camera, right smartphone. Switch into manual mode, usually designated by M, and turn on your video recorder. Scour through settings, set sound recording to manual, gain roughly halfway as a starting point, and if you want to test out your microphone, you can just tap on it and see if there's movement in the decibel meter. Don't forget to press the record button, happens to the best of us. It's a perfect day for my final test. There's quite a bit of background noise, mainly wind, so let's see how the wind filter does blocking that out. It's definitely going to distort some of the audio. I'm also starting a Chromebook series. If you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss a beat. My final thoughts are microphone offers good value for your money. My only concern is smartphone compatibility seems quite limited, and as far as noise goes, you can always throw your clip into Audacity and work some magic. That's all I really had to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.
This is Sean from Sean's DIY and Reviews, and today we have another microphone to show you. It's the Comica CVM-V30 LITE. Okay, here I am, probably about 5.5, 6 feet away from my camera here with that microphone mounted right on top of my camera right here. So you can see about what this sounds like from that particular distance.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. This is how the microphone sounds. It's on my Canon camera. Yeah.